Hello.
Hello, hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi,
Want me to do the roll
Natalie.
call or you want me to do it?
Now I'm doing it. Hello. Hi, Natalie.
Demetrius.
Let us
Natalia.
know how you guys doing. What's the weather like where you are? Hello, Camila. Hello, Eva. Hi, Kathy. How is the weather there in Missouri? Oh, we don't know. Let us know. Hello, happy Tuesday. Today I was thinking it's already Friday. I feel like I'm so exhausted and it's only Tuesday.
It's only
Hello,
Tuesday.
good evening. So where are
Good
you? Where are you
Tuesday.
joining in, Lisa? Because it's evening for me as well. Hi, Karen. Fun. Thank you for being here.
You're working on a baby shower. That's fun. I like baby shower
Hi,
cookies.
Sally, Karen. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Welcome. Hello, hello.
Hot and sunny. Wow, nice.
Here is I think we're having another deep freeze in
Deep freeze.
Montreal.
Hello, Nashville, Michigan. Ice and rain. Wow. Well, stay safe. And also, those of you who are in the sunny area, make sure that you put on some
Yeah.
yeah,
Sunblock.
protect yourselves.
It's at -5 Celsius here, so
Five, excellent.
24 for my American friends. It's cold. As you can see, I have my little
Very cold.
grease
Hello.
on.
So
So
today, Marlon is in the hot seat. I'm excited. So this is going to be
yes.
a fun project. She's going to share with us how to make these adorable Easter cookies. Easter is coming up. When is the Easter this year? It's April.
The 9th, I think.
Yeah, so it's pretty. I mean, we only have several weeks left till Easter, so this is going to be a really cute idea for you guys to try.
So
And
these cutters are from AliExpress. So yeah, if you do opt to order them, you have to order from Ali usually a little bit in advance. So I just wanted to show you. So first of all, let me just say I'm having issues with my live camera. It's like all freaking blah, blah. So I took pictures so that you guys could actually see. So here are a variety of the ones that I got. So this guy here. So here, let me just this guy here, and I got the little girl, and I thought they were so cute, but they're horrible. So if we look closely at, hey Amber.
yes,
So if we look closely at the cutter here, you can see I took a nice zoomed in shot. So when you press that into the dough, well, all those little lines go into the dough, obviously, and they expand the dough, on either sides. They push the dough away from the plastic. And so it wedges the dough into that cutter, and you cannot get the dough out. It becomes an absolute nightmare.
do you think these are then more for fondant or something, or like
No,
what's
they're sold for cookies. It says
the?
cookies. The only way you could use them is you'd have to roll the cookies really thin so
Mhm.
that then the impression is not
Yeah,
deep.
that makes
But
sense.
you'd have to roll them maybe 3 millimeters, like
Very
crackers.
good. Very, very thin.
They're
Hi,
not.
June. Hello, Camille. Thank you for being here.
So if you go on AliExpress, you'll see the 1-star review. It's mine.
Did you really? Okay.
So yeah, don't buy those. They are
She
very
doesn't
cute,
hold back. She
but
doesn't hold
still
back.
don't. So
But no,
this
but it's good to know because like you spend money and then it comes and you are expecting this awesome
exactly,
product to work and it doesn't. So, oh, see,
exactly.
Roxanne, I love your name, by the way. Is it how would you say it? I love it.
Roxanne.
Yeah, I love it.
So she doesn't like them too. See,
Yeah.
so okay, so this is the other ones that I bought, and this one you can see the stamp is separate from the cutter.
Oh yes, so that's good.
So this gave a much better result, as you can see. So you're pressing into the dough. It does the little expanding of the dough, and then you can come in and cut. So here, let's just I'm going to pop that into so you guys can see. So I'm able, here, let me just go back here so you guys can see. So I pressed down all the impressions. And so what happens is, let's say you were to do all your impressions first, well, you might miscalculate the gap that you need for the cutter.
Mhm.
So just so that you don't snip off an ear, you're better to stamp, cut, because you're not exactly going to know how much like border cookie there is. Do you know what I mean? So then you can kind of run through your batch, and they baked, as you can see, very well, but you know, you want to minimum, like reduce or eliminate leavening agent, because that kind of messes this type of thing, you know.
Also,
For
cookie dough
this,
with powdered sugar might be like better option because powdered sugar does
go
it.
with
Cookies
powdered sugar,
yeah,
maybe.
they don't spread. They don't kind of spread as much, or they really have worked for me in the past anyway.
So you can use these without decorating them. I mean, they're very cute. You could just make them bare. If, let's say, you're in a pinch and you don't have a lot of time, you could just make them like that, perfectly fine. And also the other thing is I did ice them, but you don't have to follow the lines exactly to the design, you know. It can be kind of like a suggested, you know, design. And so I have a thickish icing. If your icing is very runny, well, it won't be able to stay in the spots where you're squishing it onto, right? It'll fall into the crevices. So this icing is on the thick side so that it holds and stays where I'm putting it. You see, it's not flopping or seeping into the cracks there. It's staying really on the rabbit. And so I added a little pink cheek area, a little ear area. And if we go back to see the gap on the cheek, you see like it's pretty fat. So I eliminated it. I piped the white right like next to it, and I eliminated the eye. And then I just flooded the whole white there. And then the marker, this is, I think, a rainbow dust, this particular marker, and you want to wait till it's completely dry before you start drawing on your icing. What were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. These are adorable. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Camille. Oh, Camille was listening, watching without the sound. Yes, I think June was saying what you then executed. Yeah, few of you guys are using these just like Marlon is.
The same thing. So now this one here, let me go back to the beginning. Did I just show this one? No.
No.
No. So here you see it's all polka dots on the bunny's egg there. And I really didn't like it. So I just squeezed the blue into the cracks, filled the cracks, and then I completely flooded the egg area. And this time I'm working in gray. And I did like to obviously add something to the egg. So I did like a little kind of pastel, just random.
Oh, Mar?
I said before, you want an icing that's on the thick side. They're small, these cookies, so it's not as long like to go back and heal the icing. But if your icing is runny, it will get away from you. It's like water. You can't direct water, right? If you pour water on the table, it's just going to go wherever it wants to go. Pudding, if you drop pudding on the table, though, it's going to stay put. So again, you want to wait till it's completely dry and then use your marker. And if you look at his little leg there, I piped a leg on top of the dry icing to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. And there he is, very like basic design, but you know, very cute. It's small, it's a manageable size if you're a beginner. I did like these particular cutters and they weren't that expensive.
The impression? No?
No, it didn't. It didn't, like here, let me just go back. I have a picture here. There's no craters. They all were perfectly fine. Like the only, like the eggs are where I filled kind of the holes. And because my icing was thick, I squirted it really in the holes, the gaps. And then when I iced on top, it was perfectly fine. Here's the one I just showed. Yeah, there was no cratering whatsoever. I like the cutters. They turned out, I thought they did a good result.
They're adorable. I'm going to jump in.
So I'm just going to show this, guys. I wanted to show you. So, you know, we talk about the live stream replays. Well, these are, I went back a year ago, so these are spring 2022 live streams. So if you guys go in the live button, you can watch all these great projects. You can see here, the hand did that bear. I talked about making stencils. This one here, this video is making silk. Amber made
flowers. You know the kind of fantasy flower you did.
Yeah, the purple, and you did the daffodils.
Yeah, the daffodils. That's also for Easter. You can get the template for daffodils in my coffee shop. Oh, I love gingham. Gingham is so great for Easter. It's beautiful. You can use different colors, and if you have an airbrush, or even if you don't have an airbrush, you can just use the spray. Sometimes you can get different colors.
But I showed like a kind of a beginner airbrush tutorial. Amber made those pretty bunny ears. You did, yeah, the gingham. Anyway, my point is just, you see, guys, there's a lot of fun projects if you want to look back. Those are the lives from like last year. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys. We talk about the live streams like replays, but they're there. And then there's a year before that too.
And this was on Facebook. So, and you can also, if you're not on Facebook, if you are joining in through YouTube, you can easily locate the lives on YouTube as well and watch the replays there. I wanted to jump in and tell you guys, if you are looking to bake something if you're looking for vegan, hi Jeremy, vegan recipes. So this is a super popular recipe on the blog, vegan sugar cookies. And it uses aquafaba recipe. I'm gonna put a link in the comment section. And I also have a chocolate version, okay? So you can use these to create your cookies without eggs. And I also have a recipe for vegan grill icing there. So it's going to be linked up in one of those recipes. So I'm gonna put a link to vegan sugar cookies.
See, now there's so many people with dietary restrictions. If you make that, at least the people who can eat everything, they are not going to notice, and you can kind of have, everybody can have it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Make it vegan. So if you're looking for something to make for your friends, but they are vegan or even gluten-free, I do have all those recipes on the blog, hanielas.com.
So the 2-piece cutters, Roxanne, if you go in coffee, could you pop the link in? I have a free supply list. So if you go in the coffee shop, I added it on Patreon and I added it in the Facebook group. Facebook now allows me to add PDF documents, so I did that. And so you guys can download that and you'll see the supply links and you'll find the cutters that the pink cutters. And so you just want to make sure that you have a stamp separate from the cutter. Because like I said, when you cut with an embossing like that impression, well, when the plastic goes into the dough, it kind of expands the dough and wedges it around like the perimeter. And it's impossible. Let me just show that picture again. Once the cutter is pressed into the dough, I was using my needle tool. I ended up soaking it to get the dough out. It just
that looks painful.
It was a mess. It was really a mess. And those cutters were actually more expensive. They were more expensive than the pink ones.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have some metal cutters that are like that, and I cut them out. I cut the inside.
Me too. I did. I removed it. But
the only thing is, like, it just didn't work very well. I have an owl. That is.
I guess if I wanted to, I could use maybe like a heat of some sort to melt and cut the thing, but what a pain in the butt that would be. So I'm not even gonna,
Okay, let's see. I saw Karen. Okay, talk about baking ammonia. Oh, baker's ammonia. Wonderful. Well, next time I'll talk about it. I'll prepare something. Do you know what baker's ammonia is?
No.
It's an old leavening agent. It's very, very old, and it's I love it because it produces crackers and like
yes.
Like extra crispy. Nothing will make it extra crispy, and it doesn't leave any kind of, like baking soda and baking powder. If you don't follow the directions with the acidic ingredient and blah blah blah, it will leave that soapy kind of taste sometimes. So baker's ammonia doesn't do it, but it's not easy to, like, you have to. I think King Arthur flour Is it King Arthur flour? Yes, they carry baker's ammonia. Another thing is I store it in glass container, and it actually does evaporate. Like it's going to take maybe I don't know, like you'll see a different, like if it's 1 year old, it will evaporate. And another thing is when you bake with it, the ammonia smell, it bakes off. So your kitchen may not smell the nicest. And it's kind of alarming almost smell. I remember first time when I baked with it, I opened the oven, I was like, what is happening? But this is nothing to be worried about. The cookies don't taste like it. And I love using it in my crackers because it really does.
It's the secret ingredient.
It's kind of a secret ingredient.
So Kathy, the thing is yes, sometimes flour, dusting your cutters with flour is helpful. This has so much, if I'll just show you the cutter one more time. This has so many lines that there is so much expansion that occurs that it just is impossible once the dough has expanded from all that plastic. Well, that's like literally wedged around the perimeter line. There's no getting it out. Like it's not that it's sticky, it's that it's just too much. It's like it was overstuffed, and so it just doesn't come out. So
Yeah, it is too much. Sometimes simpler is better. So
yeah.
ask, what do you do to make the cookies that keep the shape perfectly? Do you have any tips for that, Mar?
Well, I think one of the quick ones that I would say, if you look at recipes generally, I'm always a little shocked at how much leavening agent there is in some recipes. A leavening agent is like baking powder, baking soda. It's to make your stuff fluffy and rise. So it makes it go up and fluffy, and it makes it go fat and weird. And sometimes, like you cut a certain very specific shape, and next thing you know, it comes out and you're like, what is that? So if you can remove or eliminate the leavening agent, her recipe is very popular, her vanilla rolled cookies, because like, first of all, she formulated it to decorate. So there's, I guess, different applications, but if you're decorating a cookie, you need a canvas too that's relatively flat, because your cookie's very puffy and round.
It's hard. Then you have to decorate the underside. I mean, I have so many recipes and I work with so many different recipes, but if you're looking for completely flat, even surface, using less baking, don't even bother with baking soda, because baking soda will make your cookies kind of weird looking, unless you're making honey cookies. We can get into this because there are so many different variations of different recipes. But if you're just making, let's say, sugar cookies, classic sugar cookies.
Oh, Jeremy.
Thank you for making us laugh. So if you're making sugar cookies, try to stay away for excessive amounts of baking powder. My recipe still has, still use it with 1 teaspoon of baking powder, but then you have to follow all these steps with chilling the dough, doing that. So if you want to kind of streamline the process, use less baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon or something like that. Test it. And also what you bake on matters. Okay, so like cheap baking sheets, it's kind of like a no-go. Like my preferred brand is USA baking brand. They have I love their line. Everything is amazing, and I love their line. And I would also stay away from silicone mats when you're trying to make cutout cookies. I've never had success with it. I think it's because silicone, maybe it doesn't let the heat attack the cookie right away, so it sits there. Yes. And I always had the foot of the cookie would spread. The foot, like the macaron, you know what I mean? Like it would spread
instead of cooking.
Yeah, exactly. So I would either use, if you have access to parchment, or then Marlene introduced perforated mats, right, to me a couple of years ago. It's used in baking for bread, but you started using it for cookies, and it's a miracle.
Well, it really is quite hot, right? So then it starts baking right away. I mean, I do, and that's just.
I don't chill it in the freezer anymore. Like what I do now, I make my cookie dough, I roll it out right away when it's soft. Okay, I roll it out. I cover it like with food wrap or something. I stick it in the fridge 40, 50 minutes, and then I cut it out and I bake. It's usually fine.
Answer this. Is baking soda an activator? Do you know what that question is?
I'm not sure what do you mean, the like it becomes active when it's introduced to liquid. Baking powder, I believe, it's activated by heat. Baking soda is activated. Like, have you ever done that when you get the the plastic Easter eggs? If any kids are listening, okay, you can try it. Your parents hopefully will not hate me. We would put baking soda in water and you shake it and we would throw it under the bed and it explodes. Like it's not like a. I don't think it's. I mean,
Why under the bed?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I mean, I was about 8 years old.
So yes, there is a difference between the perforated and the silicone. The silicone is complete, like it's like a sheet of plastic, whereas the perforated literally has holes. And I found that the perforated mats do not work well with like drop cookies and things like that. Like the drop cookie goes into the little cracks of the perforated mat and it doesn't bake nicely. So it's for bread and it works well for cookies, but not. Did you ever try it with drop cookies, Hen?
Perforated mats? No, I wouldn't
I
buy
did,
it.
and it wasn't good.
I think what will happen, the actual batter will get into the grid, and let me tell you, it's a pain in the rear to.
No, it wasn't. I did it, and it wasn't so bad to clean, but the cookie itself was not. It was like overly crunchy.
It was crunchy. Okay. So I guess it depends on what kind of finished product you're looking for. If you're looking for crunchy, try perforated mats. Now, Sally, sorry, but I wasn't going to do it because like we're trying to be on time, but I want to show the Infinity cutters. Okay, so I got these recently. We went to Valencia and we just walked around a lot and we found this amazing store. And my husband, he waited like an hour or longer. He's a trooper. He knows me, so he would keep coming in, checking in. Are you done yet? I'm like, no. Are you done yet? No. It's like that movie. Are we there yet? So I was
You can, but the thing is you can say it's for work.
So these are the Infinity cutters. These are designed for fondant, but I tried them with cookies and it's so fun. So you can create. I posted in you guys is it in Patreon or in the newsletter? I shared a picture of the finished cookies I did. I'm testing a new recipe actually for cream cheese sugar cookies, so I use that. And you can use this for fondant as well. So it's I love it. And they also have like straight lines, but I didn't get that. So you can. This is a brand. This is a PME brand that has these. But I'm sure you can find different brands. Just you can just look up Infinity cutters. And I bought other things, and this is the pump I bought with gold dust. Do you have the pump?
I do. No, you don't. You put them in the oven frozen. The point of freezing them is so that they're frozen to go in the oven. So you want them chilled in, like they go in. What was Karen actually saying?
No, with the
We're
baker's,
always off track.
Baker's ammonia. No, you're not. It's fun. I wish I could share more detail. It's called.
Where is your cracker recipe?
What?
Where is your cracker?
Oh, it's on the blog. I actually released another one that's for prosciutto rosemary crackers. Oh,
they were good.
So good.
That's not a vegan recipe.
You only have to cut it. You don't have you cut it and then you put it into the oven. It takes literally under 20 minutes. It's done. So if you have company coming or you want like a snack that you know what's in it, you can make it in under 20 minutes.
Awesome. So I'm just going to show my last cookie here.
Okay.
So this guy here is I was torn if this was my favorite or the one with the carrot because I like that we see his little butt.
little tail.
His little bum, yes. So
Yeah.
here I just filled in the holes like I said before, and then I just dotted up the egg. And you can see here I've completely hidden his tail. And I did brown for this guy. And then once he was crusted over, I added a little tuft of fur to the top of the head, which hid the separation between the ears and the head. And then just a little tuft of white for the tail, and then an extra layer of arm. And then again with that marker to add the little face details. The little bunny butt is your favorite? Yeah. And then here they are, all of them. So you can, the fun thing is that you can kind of like, make several designs. They're small and working with like similar colors to tie them together. They're, some of the cookie cutters are very, very big. This is like a manageable size, I find. Any advice, super high humidity bakers? A dehydrator. Dehydrator's probably your,
that's decorating, but if you're baking and your cookies, like let's say you bake the cookies and next day they're completely soft, then I think it's the dehumidifier in the room. You need
a dehumidifier in the room. Yes,
you need a dehumidifier in the room because.
But do you because you have humidity in Spain?
If I don't have it on, even like my gingerbread will get like not like that I can bend it, but I can like poke it, and it like usually it's solid, like rock hard, completely rock hard. Yeah. So if I don't have it on, it tends to like depends also on the weather. Like if it's
I mean, a dehumidifier is good for your house too. I mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's bad for everything. Like if you have high humidity in your house, the mold can form at the corners and even at the floor. If you have crawl space or something, the kind of moisture seeps through the flooring and stuff. So
she got some cutters last year.
So should we tell them what's happening?
Well, not much of a choice now.
Oh, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. We'll tell you later. We'll keep you in suspense. Something great is happening on Sunday.
All right. Well, that was the project for today.
Oh, it's very dry in Jeremy's house. Well, that could also be an issue. So then you need a humidifier. That's an opposite of what,
But if you have to choose the two scenarios for cookies, dryer is...
It's probably better. Yeah, exactly.
Probably easier. So again, if you guys are wanting these cutters or any of the things I talked about today, the supply list is in the coffee shop. I did add it to both groups on Facebook and Patreon. You guys will find that.
I'll share in the newsletter. So those of you who haven't signed up, you're just gonna have to sign up. Make sure that I have actually two newsletters. One is the main newsletter that's for the blog, and here, if you follow the link, oops, did I just put it in a different? Okay. This is a main newsletter, but there is also an option to sign up just for the cookie decorating newsletter, and I will share the news in the cookie decorating newsletter, or the update. Very sweet update.
Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. So what about next live is on March? It's on a Wednesday.
Next live, actually, it's going to be, and you'll get a reminder. It will be on Wednesday. We had to change the schedule, and Amber is going to be here, and she'll decorate for you guys, and it will be on Wednesday. Okay, so I will send a reminder. I might actually send a reminder on Tuesday that we are not going on live, so you guys are not looking for us.
Happy birthday, Nana.
Happy birthday, Nana. Happy birthday. And to all of you who celebrated birthday in the month of February.
Yes, February and January, I think, are tough birthdays. So happy birthday if it was in one of those 2 months.
Why are they tough?
Eh?
Why are they tough?
Well, you know, January and February are difficult morale-wise. It's like like proven. It's like those are very difficult months. Like, you
Oh, is
know,
it? Oh, I didn't know.
yes.
And happy
So,
Mardi Gras. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to wrap it
oh,
up.
yes, Mardi Gras,
Yeah.
another theme. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.